Hey, what's up, everybody? It's another Sober Sunday, another weekend down. I just wanted to make a positive video just saying if you're trying to stay sober, no matter how much time, a day, a week, a month, a year, 10 years, I'm proud of you. I mean, it's not easy. It's much easier to just go and buy it and drink it or go to the bar. It's much easier to do that. To me, that's weakness. And I've been there, I've given in, and I was very weak at times. But I want you to know I'm proud of you. I know a lot of people are on this journey, and I see depressing posts all the time. Like, people are just not happy. They're obsessing on drinking again. And some of these people have more time than me. And it makes me sad. I haven't really dealt with that. Like, yeah, it is almost like grieving over the loss of like a close friend or something, because you're so used to it, and it's there for everything, positivity, negativity, anything, man, any excuse in the world. That's why it's so addictive, and it's readily available everywhere. But I see a lot of people depressed and just somewhat negative even when they have a substantial amount of sober time, and it bothers me on a certain level. I don't really have that issue. I have my own struggles with it, but I'm really enjoying sobriety, and I'm enjoying how people react to it. Like, they're like, holy crap, he did it, and you got to realize people will look up to you even if you don't realize it. Maybe make some content. Trust me, your family and friends, they're noticing you. They know it. They're seeing a difference in you. And whether you know it or not, it's drastically improving your life. If you don't have many friends or family, I know it can feel I would feel a bit more down about that, but you have to do it for yourself first and foremost. Think of how much healthier your body is. If you're trying to lose weight, your liver functions, your organs in general, your kidneys, you know what I mean? Do it for yourself if you don't really have much family, or if you're not very social, you don't have many friends. I mean, I don't really socialize all that much. Like, I have my family, I have some close friends, but I don't really see many people often. What is it? You have introverts, extroverts, and I think it's ambiverts. I might be saying that wrong, but I'm like half and half. Like, I can socialize, I can stay in for weeks. Like, the pandemic didn't really faze me. But I just want you to know I'm proud of you. Everyone who comments that they're on this journey, I'm super proud of them, regardless of time. Just putting in the effort, to me, is a huge step, and it's not easy. A lot of people out there can't even go a month, let alone a few days, So you have to give yourself more credit. Self-love is a very hard thing to learn, especially when you have a rough background. It's still an issue for me. Like, I'm harder on myself in my head than anyone will ever be on me, Constantly battling self-doubt, and it's a struggle. It's like a war in your head. And some people succumb to it. And I've seen a few people in the past week where they're at like 2, 3, 4 years, and they're throwing in the towel. They're like, I'm gonna celebrate by drinking, giving up, can't do it no more. I'm like, what is going on? Are you serious? You're gonna throw away years of sobriety and quote unquote celebrate on that day by drinking? That to me, that's wild. And I've seen a few people do this in the past month, online and locally. I mean, I get it. I do. Stressors and, issues in life can drive you that far. But I mean, years, that's I couldn't imagine throwing in the towel at a year and 3 months, but it happens, and it's sad to see. But I admire anybody. I admire anyone holding down a job too. I love you. Don't fall, baby girl. Love you, baby. I admire anyone putting in the effort. And to me, I don't care if you're a Fortune 500 CEO or if you're a janitor. I respect both equally. I know in life, there's like a hierarchy with wealth, and it's hard to wrap your head around it, but everyone breathes, everyone goes to a grave. And I constantly try to remind myself of that, and I try to remind myself that we're on a rock spinning through space, you know? We're all like micro dots on a surface of Earth, right? It's easy to get stuck into the rat race, and there's just so many ego battles and everything. But anyways, I'm proud of you. It takes a lot of strength and courage to even take that first step. I know a lot of people I used to drink with, they've never even considered sobriety. They never even acknowledged it. And a lot of them have problems, and they try to downplay it and water it down. I don't preach to people unless they ask me. But I know a lot of people with problems, and they don't think they have one. And it's a little cringy, you know. That's the one edge I've always had on alcoholism. I've always wanted to give it up. I always knew it was an issue, but there's people through all of my sobriety bouts in the past 10 years when I've went sober for several months, and now my longest here. People are downtown doing the same stuff, and they did the same stuff last night, 5 hours ago to 1 a.m. It's 6:30 in the morning here. They were out doing the same stuff, spending money, overpaying at the bar, waking up depressed, celebrating failure, if you will. That's what I was doing, you know, years ago. It's wild to me. So just know I'm proud of you, and I think more people in your life are probably proud of you. You don't even know it. And when people find out I have over a year, it blows their mind. I can only imagine being at 10, 15 years, you know. They're like, wow. Because if even to a non-drinker, that's still impressive. But to someone who's struggling, they're like, wow, if they can make it, maybe I can make it. It's a source of motivation. And they know how hard it is, you know, because a lot of people, when they try to not drink, they'll go weeks, drink, months, drink, you know what I mean? And they'll be like, wow, you actually held on to that time. And I used to always admire people that had over a year when I would only make it to 2, 3, 4 months. But yeah, I know the struggle. I've been there. I've quote unquote relapsed countless times. And this time we're in it to win it, you know. It's always creeping in your mind, you know. It scares me to death to think of, like, if I play it through my head actually going and buying it and drinking it, it scares the living crap out of me because I'd have to deal with a lot of backlash. I'd be fully supported, you know, if I was drinking again, but it would cause so many issues and so much disappointment. Why? To be hungover, to just not be myself, it's not happening anytime soon. Like I say in my videos, I'll never say never, because you never know. Day at a time, and it truly gets easier. It truly does get easier. And I mean that. So, not really much more for me to put out there about this. Just, I admire anyone doing this. I see people, even online friends that are just drinking tons of beer and liquor and doing whatever else. And it really depresses me. 'Cause you can see they're stuck. And they could be free to those shackles. But, yeah. That's about it. Take it easy.